Hi, my name is Gerald with LTJ Holdings. There seems to be a lot of questions out there and or concerns about these companies out there, the We Buy Houses companies. Are they legitimate or not? And in short, most of them, they are legitimate companies. So they're going to be scammers out there? Of course. You got to be careful out there who you're dealing with. Just like you are dealing with a realtor. Somebody shows up in their realtor, what do you do to check them out and make sure they actually are a practicing realtor? So it's all going to be dependent upon you to make sure that you're dealing with somebody that's reputable. Now, the real estate investors, what you could do is you can talk to them, ask them questions about their company, who they are, and then you can look online to see if their company actually exists. But because they don't exist online doesn't necessarily mean that they don't have a viable company. Now, you can look for reviews and talk to other people. But the number one thing that I would recommend for you to do is to ask them who they deal with as far as a title company. In the title company, you'll have a real estate attorney that handles all the transactions for them. Now, their job is to make sure that the process of transferring the property from their current owner into the new buyer is going to be done legally and according to the law here in the state of Texas. So then it gets all recorded. Now, they're going to make sure it gets done properly because, like I said, they got to make sure that everything's clear and passes to the other. There's no flaws, and that's why they have title insurance to make sure that nothing becomes of it later on. Now, again, that's for both sides because you want to make sure that they're legitimate, but they also want to make sure that you're legitimate. You need to make the buyer wants to make sure that the real estate investor wants to make sure you actually have the right to sell that property. They don't anybody can come up there and start signing papers, but if it's not verified, then that's all fraudulent. So there's a reason for that title attorney to be there. So don't let nobody do it on the kitchen table. Make sure you use a title company. Make sure everything is done in accordance with the real estate laws here in Texas. All right, that'd be the best way to make sure that who you're dealing with is legitimate. And you can ask them questions like, have you dealt with this company before? Have they brought the money? Have they closed? Have done these transactions? Have you had any problems with them? And I'm sure they're going to tell you all the truth there. So and it puts you a little bit more at ease with them in dealing with them. So then you can make a determination or not whether you want to deal with them or not. Also, be careful out there because there are some people who will try to take advantage of you or scam you. But just because there's a scammer out there to you, or if you heard a story somebody scammed, it doesn't mean all real estate investors are scammers. I just got to read an article about a realtor that wind up stealing jewelry out of one of their listings. I mean, just like that. Does that mean all realtors are bad? No, it doesn't. It just means that person was bad. So make sure who you're dealing with is somebody that you would want to deal with. Most of us have that instinct when we talk to somebody. Are they for real? Or they seem a little shysty or whatever. If you're not comfortable with them, don't deal with them. Just walk away and call somebody else. And then check them out again, the next person, until you're comfortable in dealing with them. All right? I hope this helps. I hope this puts your mind a little bit more at ease. Also, these real estate investors, unlike realtors usually realtors will just have that option of listing your property for you in the hopes to get somebody to buy it. And like I said, there's good and there's bad, pros and cons to that. As a real estate investor, we're going to sit there and try to give you a cash price that best fits both our needs, and then we're going to wind up, because usually we wind up buying it as is. So we got to put the work on it, and then we got to take on the responsibility, because once we close, that's it. If we find termites behind the walls, you're out of it. We can't come back after you because we bound it as is. There's no conditions that we can't come back to you. So we got to take that into account when we're buying the property. Now, if the cash offer is not your best fit, we always usually find another way, another option, all the way up until the listing part, because we have been in this long enough. We can find a realtor, or they should be able to, if you're dealing with a real estate investor, been doing this long enough, you should be able to get somebody in that line to do it at a decent rate that's a little bit more reduced than the normal retail realtors out there. So you should have many options available to you in liquidating that property. Use the one that best fits your needs, all right? I hope this helps in explaining. I hope this puts your mind a little bit more ease in dealing with them, because we buy houses as well, but we're not going to sit there and try to force you into something you don't want to do. We'll display our options for you, and you choose which one you want, right? Or if you don't want them, you don't feel comfortable with us, that's fine too. You can always do something else with it. So, all right. Hope this helps. Take care, and God bless.